Everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I'm recording on my phone, so the quality is a little bit bad. This video is more of a light-hearted one. Excuse me. It's kind of about Harry and Meghan, although I think it should have been called Meghan and Harry. Well, that's beside the point. Not for any like sexist reason, I just feel like it sounds better. But anyway, so I've done a couple of hardcore videos today, so I felt like I wanted to do a kind of fun one, just my thoughts and yeah, just how I feel about the documentary. It's been out a couple of weeks, so probably no one cares by now by the time I post this, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. So I liked it. It was a couple of episodes, 6 episodes. I really enjoyed it. I really did like it. I can't say I couldn't stop looking at it because I feel like it was just a more detailed version of the Oprah one. So the Oprah one was kind of like, oh yeah, we met on Instagram 3 years ago and then we fell in love. But this time it was like, no, my friend introduced you to you because you saw her on Instagram. So you know what I mean? It was just like every story they said in the Oprah interview just like tripled. You know what I mean? Which is like good and bad, I suppose. I feel like it's one of them documentaries. Although I liked it, I'm happy they did it and they got off their chest, and I do feel like I understand their relationship a lot more. But I feel like if Maggie, who is 65 years old and she's been a lover of the royal family and she believes the Sunday Times or whatever they're called says everything factual in their newspaper, she is not going to believe a single thing that you say in that interview. She's probably not even watch it, and if she does watch it or doesn't watch it, she's still going to talk bad about you. She's not going to think of you any different because you're just trying to like justify who you are and what you've done, when I really feel like if they had said nothing, it probably would say more just to stay out of the public eye, rather than trying to justify your love all the time. But I could tell in like the documentary as well, Harry is like really upset and angry, especially because he talked about him and William like having like made pacts to be there for each other even when like it got tough, or to not lie to the media, because I'll get into media in a second, like make lies about each other or like just support each other in the media. So I feel like Harry did this documentary without really thinking about what he was doing and what he was talking about, and I feel like if this documentary had been done in 2 years time when everyone had like settled down, it probably would have came out a lot better than it did. The documentary went over so much of their relationship that I think is really nice, you know, how they met, and you know, they met through Instagram. Harry seen her with a dog filter on someone else's Instagram, wanted to meet Meghan. They went on a date. I think, was she late? I think she was late and then he was late in the second one or something. And then he invited her to go to Africa to sleep in a tent for like a month or something, and she did it because she was on hiatus from filming Suits, and they just fell in love with each other because they're both kind of philanthropists and they're like working, doing things. Sorry, I'm kind of catching my tongue here. They like doing things. They like kind of doing charitable work, and Meghan's quite a feminist and likes to speak out for women's rights. And in the documentary as well, she spoke about her childhood and different things she'd done and her friends. And then they went on about the media and the press, and this is like a big section of the whole thing. I feel like media and press and racism was the 2 main topics of this. So there was like examples of their pregnancy. So when Meghan would rub her bump, it was showing off that she was pregnant too much. When Kate did it, she was loving her growing baby inside. When Kate had avocado, she was eating healthy. When Meghan, she was causing drought. You know, it was did attack Meghan, but they also did attack Kate at the beginning. And Harry went on to say that he went to the press or when he went to his family to be like, yo, can you like stop the press saying what they're saying, because it's not fair on my girlfriend or my wife. And they were kind of like, well, everyone else had to go through this. Camilla had to go through it, and Diana would have had to go through it, and Kate's had to go through it. So yeah, she wants to be in this family, she's go through it. But I think Harry was the first man to really be like, well, why should you have to go through it? Because my mom had to go through this and this was the outcome, and I do not want that to be the outcome. And although I do see lots of things on TikTok about Meghan overstepping, there was like where she was trying to walk beside Meghan and Harry, or Meghan and she was trying to walk beside Kate and William, and Harry had to pull her back. Again, there's so many royal protocols, I'd imagine she doesn't know them all. And there was probably just different scenarios where she wasn't sure, or she kind of forgot for a minute who she was and just walked. You know what I mean? Because what I picture is behind closed doors, that's Kate, that's William. It's not really like it's the future king and queen, you know? So then there was a lot about her family. So she wanted her niece at her wedding, and she was advised not to allow her there. There was the whole drama with her dad. She had a dad before getting married, and then after getting married she didn't have a dad because he was selling stories to the paper. And although I don't think she grew up in the same house as him, they were extremely close growing up, and I just feel like, was it worth it? She probably would have given her dad the money anyway. She's quite a successful, well-off woman. I don't know why he had to do that for money. If he had said, I need money, Meghan, she probably would have, you know. They talked about being cut off from the family. So I'm not trying to like give the whole thing away, so I'm just kind of babbling on because I want to. But they talked about being cut off from the family, like getting no security. They were first in Canada, and then a friend in LA let them stay there. I'm not 100% sure where they are right now, but I know right now they're like, Harry was obviously left millions from his mom, so he's not stuck. And I bet you he has like money from working and from different like bank accounts or something. I'm pretty sure he was left with like money, and his grandmother probably left money. I don't think they were short cash. Meghan's a very wealthy woman, but security is a really expensive thing. But a lot of people, because by this point when they were cut off, they said they were leaving the royal family. A lot of people said, well, you probably should be cut off if you're not doing the royal thing. So I kind of agree with that one. Talking about her mental health, I can only imagine, because I remember everything that was in it. And this came into talking about so much different racism within the royal family and just throughout history. And I feel like to get a little like lesson in racism, it's definitely worth watching for that. I feel like I need to educate myself more on the topic of racism. Meghan spoke about the fact that she's not black and she's not white, she's in between. I'm not sure the exact term to put that under, so I don't want to offend anyone. So she talked about how that was kind of hard for her growing up, but then also being part of the royal family, she was definitely deemed black. She was just black then. But then also when she talked about being black and helping, you know, being a voice or a picture for black girls as being a princess, it's like, we're not that black, you know. So it was kind of like, there's always two sides of it, no matter what you do or say. That comes to the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I just kind of babbled on because I'd done like some dark topics today already, and I just really felt like I really wanted to get this one done. I'm going to do one more video today about trending bodies. This is one I've wanted to do for a while. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.